Hello. So I've not really been doing a lot of readings this past month. I'm not sure what's happening, if it's just like some sort of shift, I'm not sure. But I just haven't even really felt the energy or the connection to do readings for anybody. I've just been able to try to do some for myself, and that's what's been coming across. Even every time I try to do a reading for the collective, it just keeps coming across for me. And today I just decided, I'm going to do a reading for the collective. I just got Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck. And I'm going to do a reading from where I normally do readings from. If you book a reading for me, this is what you get. This is how it is. This is where it is. It's not usually outside like I do for social media. It's usually here. And this is where I feel more comfortable. And this is where I have my vibe. So this is where I'm going to do the reading from. This is my first time doing a reading with the Thoth deck. So I'm going to discover, and you're going to discover at the same time. I feel like there's so much energy and there's a lot of direction that we just want guidance right now. And I think some of us have gotten to that point where we're like, we let go and we know that things are happening and things are changing, and we're just going to accept what's happening. And we have no other choice but to accept it. And I just asked for guidance, and not guidance through my retrograde or through these retrogrades or through this eclipse. Guidance through what's happening, period. Guidance through our journey. And the interesting is the first card that I pulled was the Fool. Now, the Fool, if you look at Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck, this is like the archetype, okay? The Fool, he's ready. There's so much of a journey, so much freedom that can come from this. He's holding healing, but there's things that are going to happen that are going to hurt. There's a transformation that's going to happen. But right here, when I say that things are going to hurt, he's being bitten right here, right? You see that bite it's like there's so much that's going to happen. And there's just a lot going on this whole card right now. And it's the way that I feel. It's like there's this connection to the universe and to spirit and to others that is just, I can't even understand how I'm connected so much, to the point like there are times where I will think of a post that I want to write, but I'm like, oh, but I can't think of the exact words. There are times where I feel ultimately connected to other people that I don't even know, to be honest. And I think that there's a lot of us that feel connected to people that we don't even know. It's just an energy. It's something that calls us to these other people. And familiarity where we feel like family, as if we were family in some other realm or in some other existence. And I think that it's because a lot of our soul star seeds, our star family, we are connecting now, and we are wanting to connect with one another. Twin flames come into mind, not because of whatever love, but it's because I think that it's things outside of this realm that are now saying, let's connect to this 3D realm. And I'm seeing that happen, and I'm feeling it happen. And I know that others, you probably are feeling that as well, where you're feeling a lot of familiarity with people or things that you don't really truly know, but you all of a sudden you think you know them more than you know yourself. You feel connected to them. You feel connected to their journey. You feel connected to their path. And I think that that's part of your journey right now. I think that right now we are wanting guidance on why all this is happening. We want to understand what is going on with us. But I think the best thing that we can do is to let go. We have to let go, and we have to let our process happen. And we can't get in our feelings about it. We can't get confused about it. We can't try to think too hard about it. Whew. So let's speed it up. I'm sorry, I was just feeling this vibe, and I just felt like I wanted to sit in that for a minute. Like something made me want to really just sit in this card for a long time and be comfortable in it. And I think the reason why is because we need to be comfortable in this journey. Now I feel the energy pick back up. So that's what it is. We need to feel comfortable in our journey. We need to feel like this, just let the wave go. Let us carry with the wave, because I think the more that we try to figure things out, it's just we can't enjoy our journey. And this card, I mean, look at this. It's so much going on. It's so much going on. But you have to just let it happen. Let your processes happen. Let things go. So the next card that we pull is the Four of Swords, right? So with the Thoth deck, truce comes into play. And also, I believe that's the Libra symbol, I want to say. Also, we see like the number 4. Okay, 4 is about stability. We see all of these swords coming together to the central energy, the central selected energy source. And I feel that it's something needs to be coming together. Some sort of stability needs to be happening through all of the energy and the chaos that you're feeling. You need to center your energy. We need to center that so that we can remain focused and get the guidance that we need. There needs to be a truce, right? So I feel like that's what it's saying. It's like all of this energy that we're feeling, and I'm not talking about anything with planetary positions. I'm talking about with your life, period, with your 3D life. There is so much fucking happening. And your 5D self is like, motherfucker, get that shit together so I can fucking vibe right now. Because right now, I'm not vibing with what's happening with your 3D self. Your 3D self is throwing me the fuck off. And it's saying that you need to really get a truce with all the bullshit that is happening in your life. Be brave or step the fuck up. Do whatever the fuck you need to do. Because your 3D self, your 5D self is saying, bruh, like, you got all this shit going on. I'm trying to step into this wave and you ain't allowing me to step in because you keep all this bullshit around you. Be brave and do what you need to do. Trust that I'm presenting you the right message and trust that what I'm feeding you is what is going to be good for you. Don't let the 3D shit stop you from what the fuck I'm supposed to be bringing to you. That's what your 5D self is telling you. That is what your 5D self is telling you right now. Is saying all this chaos, all this bullshit that's happening in this 3D life is not really for you to be tripping off of. I'm telling you what the fuck is happening, and you're not vibing with it. So really, if there's something you need to like take a step out, take a risk. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid of what's happening. Don't try to control what's happening. Don't try to figure out anything that's happening right now. Do what is in you. Something's telling you to do something. Everybody has that in them right now. I do myself. And you got to let go. You have to trust. You have to believe that what is being presented to you in your mind from your 5D self is what is for you, period. Your next card that we pull, because this is for all of us that we have pulled, is the Princess of Swords. This is a new card for me. This is similar to the Page of Swords. As I see this princess who is really looks like she is just like defending herself from some sort of energy. It looks like she's on top of the clouds. She's on top of a monument, but there's still something that she is protecting herself from. And I feel like we are on top of something. We are almost there, but it's something that's still trying to come at us. You see that? How it's like looks like she's on the clouds. Like you're almost there, but there's still something that is coming at you. And we have to protect ourselves from that. And I don't know if that is your own self and your own doubt that is still holding you back. But whatever that is, you have to fight that. You have to fight back from it. Because if we allow these types of fears or these types of energies to infiltrate us, that's exactly what this is. You see that? This is energy. This is negative energy, chaotic energy, earthly energy that is coming at us. Maybe it's a vampire, whoever. It is some energy that is coming to us that we really need to defend ourselves from. And we need to keep strong. Like our 5D self is so there with us right now. And I think we need to see that they're fighting for us on that side. So now they're fighting on that side. We got to fight on this side. You feel me? And I'm going to couple this card right now with the Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse, but I don't really feel like reading reverses right now for this. I want to just read everything straight up. So we've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about presenting something also. Look at this, presenting, and this is about a Cancer. This is definitely about a Cancer. Look at that. And that energy, and I'm not going to say even a Cancer person, I'm going to say Cancer vibe. Cancers are very intuitive people, witty people. We can be petty, but we are nurturing, we are caring. And the things that I feel like are so wonderful about Cancers is that we're connected to the moon, which is such a beautiful cycle, but we're also connected to water. A lot of us more so the ocean than any other kind of water. The ocean is so infinite, and the ocean is dominant in this whole physical world that we live in. Okay. And not to say that we're better, but I'm saying that we are connected to creation in such a fucking way that creates such a vibe. Every Cancer that I know, most people I've read are Cancers, and they are huge psychics, intuitive, empaths, all of that, clairvoyant. Something about a Cancer, that is just what we are. And it's not saying that we're better, but this is what we're presenting. There is something being presented, and this is everything I said is being presented right now. This is what you should be carrying with you and presenting to the world and presenting to the universe. You should be presenting this intuition, this clairvoyance, this power, this magic. Introduce that to the world. That's how it feels like. Fuck, oh my God, that just feels amazing. Ooh, because whatever it is that you feel you are defending yourself from, right? You can fight that. You don't have to feel like that's going to be an issue. To really be real, you are a magical being. You are a magical being that creates. There should be no trepidation. You should always feel like you know. You should know. You should just know. Everything is going to be okay. You should know that whatever is happening is your process, and whatever sadness that you feel, whatever confusion, whatever kind of anything that you're feeling like that is opposite of happy, peaceful, and positive, you need to shake that shit the fuck off. You need to shake it off, and you need to live like a Cancer right now. Cancerians, I feel we are some of the most intuitive people of all of astrological signs. I just feel that way because every Cancer that I've ever read, like not only did I read them, but their energy traveled to me like the day before I read them. And I instantly knew so much about them before I even was able to talk, before I pulled a card. So the next card, I'm going to do this upright, is the universe. The universe, in the Thoth deck, I believe this is the world card. They have renamed this the world. And God, this is a beautiful card. This artwork is so beautiful, and it's amazing. The artist did a wonderful job. But with the universe, this is magnificent, and it feels almost like this, like heaven. Like if I could describe what heaven would be, wherever that is, this is what it feels like. It feels like heaven. It feels like holding heaven in your hands and being amidst of it, being amidst of the gods and of the deities and of creation. Golden energy, golden creation. And so when we bring ourselves to the universe after everything that we talked about with this journey and about being comfortable in this journey and about bringing things together and trying to find some sort of truth and unity with all the chaos that you have, and you have things that are coming against you that you feel like you're defending yourself from. And I feel like you need to be presenting the universe your Cancerian ways. That moon child, that water child, that intuitive shamanic person. I feel that's who you need to be presenting to this universe so that we can have the universe. You know, I feel like the universe is in your hands. It's all here for you. There is never a reason for you to feel like you cannot create what it is that you want to create in your life. Whatever energies that are coming at you, whatever bullshit's happening in your life, you have the power to create your universe and to create your world. Okay? It's a beautiful fucking card right there. God. The next card we've pulled is disappointment. It's the 5 of Cups. And there are disappointing things. Don't be disappointed though. Okay? There could be a lot of disappointment that's ahead, but disappointment is part of your growth and it's part of the journey. Part of going to the next phase means that you have to let some things go, and it might be disappointing to you, okay? But you have to let that ride. You know what I'm saying? Because not every single part of your journey is going to be positive or it's going to be fun and not going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? But the disappointment that I feel here is related to a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio rising, which is real interesting. And it feels very coincidental because I have been feeling very disappointed lately about a lot of things. But it's not about me. It's about us all. Okay. And I feel like there is a universal disappointment with the way that things are with our society, with the way that things are with the government that runs us. I believe that these things that are running our society, it's time for them to really get moved out of the way. I really don't feel like we need to have this same system or structure. If you live in LA and you see the amount of homeless people on the streets, you will see, and you see the amount of empty buildings, and you see someone on the fucking ground sleeping like they've never had a shower like in like months. But then you see an empty building and you're wondering why the fuck that person can't go fucking sleep in that goddamn building. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us? What is wrong with our society that we are allowed shit like that? And you know why? It's because what the fuck is running our society are fucking demons that don't give a fuck about actual creatures and people. They give a fuck about the control and they give a fuck about the power. Someone's gonna say, well, someone owns that building. What the fuck do you really own? I've already said that you don't own shit here. You know what I'm saying? Money is this fictitious thing that we have created to give power. It's a piece of paper, a nominal number that we have created to give power to people and to give power to a structure. But reality is that we have people that sleep on the ground. Like every day you walk by the same person stinking, dirty, mumbling to themselves because society has thrown them the fuck away. And it's disappointing as fuck. It's fucking disappointing. And honestly, this is the way that our whole collective should feel right now. Disappointed. We should feel disappointed. And at this point, I feel like we have to rise ourselves up. That's what's part of this journey. Part of this journey is about empowering who the fuck you are in your 5D self. Because your 3D self is what can be controlled by this society and can be controlled by these things that run our society. You cannot allow those things to control you. You cannot allow their money to control you. You cannot allow shit that they put up in front of our faces to control you. That's why I don't really watch the news. That's why I don't really watch TV, because I try not to get caught up in what they're trying to put in our face, because that is control. Disappointment. Disappointment is huge. And I'm not saying for your personal life. I feel that you should be disappointed with the society, because at this point, we are really lost. And I hope and I'm praying that the more people that are coming out are coming out to change this shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm just one person, but I know that I'm more than one spirit. Okay. I know that I'm part of a collective. We are all part of a collective. So it might be that we're one person in the 3D, but in 5D, we are millions. Okay. We're millions. We're millions that can create change. We're millions that can change this structure that runs us in this 3D world. Okay. Because at this point, they got to go. At this point, I feel it so strongly in me. And I hope that my kids can live to see the day that this structure is not what controls us and not what dominates us. Ooh, next card, the Queen of Swords. That's our last card for this spread, is the Queen of Swords. We ended and we are closing. This is our last message. It's the Queen of Swords. Look at her. She's sitting in the clouds. Look at what she's holding. And for me, in my mind, I feel like she's holding humanity in her hand, right? She is bringing this humanity up. Bring it up to these clouds. She brings a peace and a calm as well. And I feel like, you know, swords are kind of connected to a lot of chaos and a lot of things happening and a lot of confusion and a lot of conflict. And I feel that she is bringing peace to this conflict. I feel that she is elevating us to a celestial place where none of this really matters, right? And I feel that that's where our journey is taking us, to the point where we're starting to realize that money doesn't matter, that even a lot of the jobs, your career, maybe even your dreams, like your monetary dreams, they don't matter, right? And when I say they don't matter, I don't mean that they're not going to happen. I don't mean that you should stop pushing for them. What I'm saying is that doesn't define you. Don't let that shit define you. Let your guide, let your guided life. Actually, fuck that. Don't let anything define you. Why should something define you? Why should you be defined? Can you be defined? Can we define us? Can we define what we are? Should we be trying to define what we are? We should not. And that's part of the problem, is that we spend our time trying to define everything. Don't define anything. Let things happen. And I feel that we put so much negative on people who don't want to define things, because we pressure them to. We pressure people to say, are you straight? Are you gay? Are you this? Are you that? Are you Republican? Are you Democrat? Do you support? Do you not support? Stop having to define yourself. Defining yourself in this 3D world is what's fucking you over right now. Defining yourself in this 3D world is what's fucking you over right now. You and I both have to see that there is no definition of what we are or who we are, especially in this 3D realm. There's no way to define this. And that is what is holding us back as a collective, and and from pushing through this. Because this journey right here, this fool's journey, this is not just my journey or your journey. This is our journey as a collective to push through whatever forces that are securing us in this. We have to push through that. There is something on the other side that is connecting with us in such a way, and is trying so hard to push us out of what we are in this 3D realm. And I feel it more than anything. This whole reading, every time I try to talk about myself, something stops me and pushes me and says, no, you're talking about we. And I'm seeing it more than ever that we are a connected energy, and we can't talk about ourselves individually anymore. This journey is all of our journey together. This journey is for all of us as a collective energy, and our 5D energy, our 5D world, our 5D realm is coming back to us and saying, get the fuck out of what they're teaching you, because we're trying to allow you to live your true self. We're trying to allow you to live in true happiness and true peace, because this 3D realm is not connected to that. Unfortunately, it's just not. That's why somebody can have millions and millions of dollars but still kill themselves and still be depressed, because this 3D realm does not define us. Ooh, shit. I'm going to pull a couple of my shamanic healing oracle cards, because I feel like I want to wrap it up with that. I had pulled some previously, but I'm going to pull some different ones, because the energy has changed. The tone has shifted, and I want to see something different from these cards right now. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle a few of these real quick just for us. But I'm going to talk while I shuffle, because I feel that what's happening right now is pure magic. What's happening right now is pure fucking magic, and it's dominating everybody's life. Everybody. And I'm seeing it from people who, they've always known certain things about themselves, and now things are starting to really come full circle, and they're like, I want my higher self. So many people have said that. And it's because that 5D world, that 5D realm, they're coming to us and they're saying, hey, we're here. This is reality, not what you're sitting in, not what you're living in, and not what you're looking at. That's why twin flames are so popular. Not even popular. That's why they're so dramatic this year, because twin flame relationships, these are when you are connected to someone in another realm, that's a twin flame. So you're feeling this connectedness, your 3D self. The reason why is because in another realm, y'all are already together. And in that other realm, you're saying, let's make our 3D selves together, because we already together up here. Let's make them come together, because we're at a time where I feel like the merger is happening. The merger is happening, and it's going to really, it's calling for us in the 3D realm to take a stance to all of this shit, to your government, and to whatever bullshit relationship you in, to your job, all of that. Like, really, it's just calling for that. Let me get some cards. I'm going to pull a couple of these. I don't even know how many I'll pull. I'm going to just pull one real quick. Two. One, two. Two cards. I'm going to shuffle 2 times. Two. Two keeps pushing out. Two. Two. Two is about balance. Two. Triple twos are about manifestation. Triple twos are about actually manifesting miracles. The 2 cards I pulled. Psychic development. That's what we're being called to do right now. How the fuck? Psychic development. So what this is saying right now, I feel, is saying that it's time to develop whatever abilities that you have. Connection. Even if you don't feel like you're a psychic, like, it's about really connecting to that 3D realm. Okay? It's about connecting to that 5D realm. Okay? Connecting to the spirit world. Meditation is huge. Like, when I don't meditate, I don't feel right. Meditation is huge. You're going to want to start meditating. Okay? Start to really tap in to what you're feeling inside. When you start to have a feeling about something, follow that. Follow your intuition. Know that whatever's being presented to you as far as unexplainable things, these might be real. It actually is real. Things that you can't explain doesn't mean it's not real because you can't explain it. Okay? It just means that you just haven't been presented to it yet. You haven't been acquainted to it yet. You just don't know all about it yet. But it doesn't mean it's not real. So let's tap into our psychic development. Develop that. Start to really see, who is your higher self? Where is your higher self? 3D, 5D. What are these things? Let's step out of the norm and develop that, because it's asking for us to. It's saying to connect. It's saying for all of us to connect together. If you are already a person who is a psychic, a medium, an empath, somebody that is in this realm, it is your responsibility to share this with other people so that they can do the same. Like, seriously, and then again, I pulled abundance. Now, I've pulled this before. Abundance, I'm going to say that this is really about feeling abundance in your life, regardless of the money that you have, regardless of where you live, regardless of how you live. Find abundance, because that is really how you're going to be really finding that connection, okay? The connection to the spirit realm. I see this bamboo. Bamboo is like about luck and prosperity, and also it's about friendship too. I think that it's also about friendship. It's about love. I feel like there's love. Abundance doesn't always have to be money. Like, it could be like your spiritual abundance, your abundance of love, your abundance of life. Just feeling that love and that light in everything that you do, and every day that you breathe. Breathe in that air and say, oh, God, I'm so glad that you're here to breathe. You know what I'm saying? That's where we need to be, like, finding that abundance in life, because when you embody that in your spirit, that's how you connect more to the spirit realm. And the next card I pulled, I want to pull another one, is creativity, but this also looks like 3 of Cups to me. It also looks like 3 of Cups. Yeah, it really reminds me of the 3 of Cups. And 3 plus 9, that ends up being 3, because it's going to be 12 times 3. So 3, yeah, 3 of Cups. I believe this is just like the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups is a very celebratory card, but creativity. So I feel like, let's start to be creative. Whatever it is that you know that you can do creatively, I feel like I want you to tap into that. Let's all tap into what we do creatively, because that is also going to be a part of us connecting to that 5D self and connecting to spirit. Because a lot of times when you are being creative, or any talent, they always say it's a God-given talent, right? So how else are we going to be connecting to spirit? Let's be creative, okay? So I think I'm going to pull one more card. 4. One more card. Just one more. And the last card to close out is slow but steady, okay? So I want everyone to really feel confident still. Things might be moving a little slow, but it's moving, okay? It feels like in this journey that we're going on, right? we feel a lot of trepidation. We feel like all sorts of stuff is happening, but ultimately we need to know slow but steady. Slow and steady wins the race, right? So let everything happen and be confident in knowing that things are going to work out. Because once you know that, that's going to open you up to really receiving and to really being present in your journey. And once we have really gotten to this place as a collective, I feel like everything else will fall into place. Okay. So I'm going to close this reading with that slow but steady. Let this journey lead you. Okay. Find a truce in all of whatever chaos or conflict that's happening in your life in this 3D world. Defend yourself from any energy that you feel is going to suck you dry or drain you or be adverse to your growth. Present the universe and present everybody with that Cancerian way that you can have of intuition, of love, of nurturing, of being connected to nature. Okay. Don't let the disappointment that we are seeing around here control or how you feel. Don't let it disappoint you, because you have the universe in your hands. You can have everything that you dreamed of, not physical dreamed of. I'm talking about peace. I'm talking about love. You can have all of that. We can, as a collective, have all of that. Okay? We just have to really focus on the connection to our 5D selves. Focus on that connection to abundance, not just money abundance, but abundance in life. Feel that abundance in life, right? And be creative and know that slow and steady will win the race. Thank you for watching. This was an amazing read. This was the best read I've had in a very long time. And I'm really glad to be able to use these new cards. So there's more to come. Bye.